to want to actually do this. Now, another place before I sign off tonight that religion has a big place in why people do this, why these cargo cults form. Scientists and biologists in laboratories were researching the human genome, and they were wondering, why are human beings so prone to want to worship something? And so they started looking into it pretty heavily, and they started analyzing the different genes in the human genome. And they started to realize something. There was a gene that seemed like it had to do with the urge for worship. So they said, let's test this one out. How they were doing this, they were putting these electrodes on people's heads, and they were having them have spiritual moments where they would be praying and so forth and so on, trying to analyze which part of the brain was doing this and how it triggered certain genes in the body. Well, they found the gene. It's called a worship gene. Now, what's interesting about this worship gene is they discovered that this worship gene is not that old. It was inserted into the Homo sapien genome around 200,000 years ago. Why is that important? According to the Sumerian tablets, about 200,000 years ago, that's when they decided to take out our chromosome number 2, fuse it together, and put telomere caps on each end, and get us to do the work for them in the fields as well, around that same 250,000 years ago range. The biologist said that this type of mutation couldn't just happen in 200,000 years. So it was purposefully done. Somehow they can't explain it. It should have taken millions of years for something like this to actually evolve in the human body naturally, but it didn't. It just appeared.